What's up YouTube, bruinsfan94 back with another mail day. I forgot in the last video to show off my Christmas gift from Brian. Light up LED bear mug. So that's fun. Break that out when the time is appropriate. And at least I'll know which one's mine if I choose to bring it out with me. So thank you, Brian, for that. I do appreciate it. So got a massive stack of stuff here. I'll get to it. First off, 8 of 8, 2012 UFC Knockout Ruby Clay Guida. And I've gone a little bit nuts with this year's contenders. Picking up, and I showed a couple of them, and I think I've just thrown a couple in the stack here that I've got of pending Panini redemptions. But I've been just buying all kinds of different Philip Dorsett redemptions. Mostly the base rookie ticket RPS so far. So I'd gotten an Immaculate. I'd added another Moncrief to the queue. And then Rookie of the Year Contenders, Playoff Ticket, Regular RPS, Rookie of the Year Contenders, Draft Class, Regular Rookie Ticket, Rookie Playoff Ticket, Regular Rookie Ticket. So I picked up at an individual auction another one of the Rookie Playoff Tickets. Then I got a lot of a Rookie Playoff Ticket, the standard, a Rookie Inc. RPS, which I did not have, and a Rookie Playoff Ticket RPS College variation, which I'm not the biggest college fan, but some of these variations and all, it seems like, I don't know if it's Miami collectors that are jumping on them or what, but the college ones, which they had their own. I don't know why there's college variations in the pro release when they had Draft Picks Contenders, which was all college, but they're just milking that NCAA license, so let them do it. So that was a 3-card redemption lot. Then I got into a couple of different breaks where I was buying player spots, and I think this first one was a case break where I'd gotten Hilton and Dorsett, and I want to say Hodges and DeJohn Smith. Did not get a Hodges or a DeJohn Smith. These are all the base of Hilton out of a case of contenders. Then this touchdown tandems insert of Hilton and Luck. I don't know if he just gave one to each spot or if I want a random or what. 2 of these Rookie of the Year contenders. And then another Rookie Ticket RPS auto. So then I got into a couple of different breaks from this guy, Major LP 09, who I think does an excellent job as far as breaks go. Got just the Dorsett spot in one break, and got 4 of these Rookie of the Year contenders. This might have been 2 cases. And then from the 2 cases, 3 autos, 2 more of the Rookie Ticket RPSs, and a Rookie of the Year contenders. So, solid. He had not pulled anything Winston or Mariota for like 3 consecutive breaks, and then got a Mariota to 30 college variation. So, starting to pick up with that. And then got into another break of his. I believe this was a 2-case break. I missed the Dorsett spot, but I did get the T.Y. Hilton spot. So, again, here's 2 cases worth of Hilton base. So, that's a lot of base. A couple of these, 3 of these pennant parallels, die cuts. Another one of these touchdown tandems. And then I also got some, just some random, different, player spots. So I got the Teron Ward spot, who was undrafted but picked up by the Falcons. He's a running back, and I actually hit twice on that spot, the standard and the championship ticket to 99. So I'm sure we all know Falcons fans out there. I think I'd gotten McCoyle Pruitt because he had just done well in the Vikings game. And I got skunked. The guy from the Giants with his first initial, with the initials OO, that I'm not going to try to pronounce his name because it's ridiculous. Then I called him out on the fact that there was not a player spot available for Josh Robinson, and I guess he saw that I bought 6 other spots, and so he just threw it in. So Josh Robinson auto. So I guess, and I noticed this with a couple other people that did player breaks too. Apparently Josh Robinson wasn't on the original checklist. Just like this National Treasures Baseball is turning into a fiasco because there are a number of players who have cards that are in the set that are getting pulled that were not on any checklists. Mark Grace, Jim Bunning. I mean, obviously some of the legends with the cut signatures, if there's only 1 or 5 or whatever. But I mean, it's like the Mark Grace had 2 different cards in the product, and I know one of them was at least numbered to 99. So I don't know what Panini was doing with that checklist, what they released versus what actually happened. And then I actually hit 2 DeJohn Smiths there. So I skipped the Bryce Bennett spot. I'm not going to invest any money in a guy who's going to be the modern Jim Sorgi. There's no point. As long as they have luck and luck is marginally healthy. I mean, if Brian Bennett was going to get a shot, he would have gotten it this year when they got hurt. And they cycled through so many other quarterbacks. So right now, this is the stack of pending Panini redemptions, most of which now are of Dorsett contenders. And then this is everything else. So it's going to be interesting. I'm in communication with David Sharp. I guess they're trying to schedule something with Moncrief. If not, I'm going to have a ridiculous queue for the National when I walk up to the Panini booth and see if I can trade up. So, and then I've got a lot of sleeving to do with all those base cards. But other Colts pickups out of the Pro Immaculate. I know the College Immaculate's just hitting the streets this week. Immaculate Gloves, 1 of 3. That's a Colts emblem logo shield guy right there. It's astonished that I got that for under $25. Shipped. Astonished. And then I got 2 of the 4 contenders T.Y. Hilton printing plates. The cyan and yellow printing plates. And I got a bid in on the black as well, which is up. So on to some Huddy pickups. Another of the mini black to 10. 2015 Prism, Gold Prism, numbered out of 10. Triple Threads, 2013 Braves Ace, 20 of 27, Sepia Parallel. I'd actually missed the listing for this for the first time, contacted the seller, and since it did not sell, he relisted it at his minimum price, and I immediately bought it. 2015 Triple Threads, Sepia Parallel, 14 of 27, Mad Bum, Kane, Huddy, 1-2-3 Punch, Triple Jersey Cutout, BGS graded 9. Corner's got an 8.5, but everything else is solid. So this is one of those, why, oh why do you get these cards graded, people? But I paid about, I actually think I paid less than I did for an ungraded copy of it right after this stuff first released. If not right around the same number. So as long as it's not selling for a premium, I don't mind getting the graded. It's just like a variation of the collection. Picked up the 2 of these kind of in tandem. One got posted. I saw, I got it. I saw what it sold for. I saw there was another one up there, and I got the other one. One of them is from Legacy Sports Cards Las Vegas. I apologize, I don't remember which one was which. So shout out to Marcel and the boys out there. 90 of 100 game face patch of Huddy. It's a 3-color 5-break. And then the 95 of 100. I'll say 2-color. You can kind of see a little bit of the gray on one edge, but ridiculous stitching. Full rows of stitching of both the green and the yellow on both sides. So these are very thick cards as well, for those of you who aren't familiar with the set. Very, very thick. I think those are the 138 points. And this was an interesting one. So you guys know my stance on listings with reserves on them. I do not normally pursue them. So what I decided to do was just set my usual snipe, because I figure if it gets bid up, even in the last couple of seconds, to where it surpasses the reserve, that, okay, then the reserve is gone. And what's the worst thing that's going to happen? So what the worst thing was going to happen was I had the high bid, the reserve wasn't met, and so it went down as a not a completed sale. So I contacted the guy, and I said, I was the high bidder. I'd like to pay the high bid price and complete the sale. Figuring he would just immediately come back and say, well, no, I put a reserve, it didn't meet the reserve, so I don't have to sell it to you. And then, maybe going back and forth with it. The next thing I know, I get an invoice for the purchase. And I have a feeling that if this card was just listed and went at auction without a reserve, that it would have gone for more, but there are people like me who don't normally bid on auctions with reserves. So I took a chance and it paid off. 2003 Donruss Elite Throwback Threads patches, Barry Zeta, and Tim Hudson, number 10 out of 15. I have never seen this variation of this card before. I was aware, and I'm sure I have several copies of the version, I believe, to 125. I wasn't even aware that there was a version 215, and I have no idea what the difference is. Still says jerseys. It's not like it says Prime, but, I mean, this whole set pretty much did that. So, very pleasantly surprised at that. And then a Recollection Collection. I believe this is 2003, but it's a 2001 Donruss Retro Rookie Buyback on-card autograph of Huddy. And, buybacks are tough to have the auto really pop, so I don't knock it that much, but that is numbered 1 out of 10. So, that'll about do's her for the pickups. Thank you again, Brian, for the holiday gift that I forgot in the back of my car and did not show in the last video. Probably because I was just still, after I dropped you off and I got home, I was still kind of, kicking sand on the way into the house, going, God, what is wrong with these card stores in this area? But might have to make another trip up to see Nick in Canton at Ideal. At least it's a card shop owner that focuses on cards and you can actually talk to and deal with, versus some of these other establishments. Say that with air quotes, establishments that are around here. Going to see Lamb of God, Anthrax, Death Heaven, and Power Trip this Sunday night. So we're supposed to get about a foot of snow here, and then Friday night into Saturday, so I'll dig my way out, and then go see the show on Sunday. Hopefully they can travel and make the show date and all. But so I'll have a review the next time I do a video of the show for you guys. And for those of you who may or may not be fans of these respective bands, I mean, a lot of people know Lamb of God, Anthrax are legendary. Death Heaven is a band that I've been listening to a lot lately. If you want to kind of see what they're about, YouTube search Death Heaven, all one word, Pitchfork. And it was a festival called Pitchfork Festival, where they did a full live set that got captured with soundboard audio. And you'll kind of get where I'm coming from as a heavy music fan, kind of what they're all about. So I have very high expectations based off of seeing that live concert recorded on YouTube for this coming Sunday. All right, YouTube, peace.